Chef Vikas, I am so honored that you're here to be on Green Eggs and Dan. Thank you.
Likewise, I promised you we'll do this.
I appreciate it. You are the first chef on the show since we started doing the in-studio taping. So it's there's no one I'd rather be here. So normally guests we get to see the inside of the guest's fridge. Today we get to see the outside of the guest's fridge. You guys can see Vikas's fridge on my Instagram at StandUpDan. Now, I'm assuming there's some really evil things in this fridge because he didn't send us the inside, just the outside.
I forgot.
He forgot. It's okay. It's okay. We have a beautiful. Okay, so tell me who's that picture of on the.
That was my sister.
Okay, got it.
And that picture was taken on Central Park South when I bought my apartment, same day.
Amazing, beautiful. And then what else we got over there?
That's Golden Temple. That's the city where I belong in India, North India, Amritsar. And that magnet on top is what I picked up from my sister's fridge after I vacated her apartment. She had a dream to climb Everest, unfulfilled, but the magnet remains there.
Wow, amazing. Well, now you have to tell us what's inside your fridge because I have no idea.
I'm hardly at home because the moment I wake up, I'm at the restaurant and I'm working for the restaurant or doing something. And then by the time I get home, I have no energy to do anything. So in my fridge is a lot of coconut water.
Yeah.
Boiled eggs. I boil it for 4 days. And then I have coffee obsession. I'm addicted. I know that I accept it.
That's okay. You're in good company.
Yeah.
We're all very proud coffee addicts here.
Coffee addicts.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of protein bars. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh my God. You know, it's funny. Everyone assumes that all the great chefs have these amazingly stocked fridges.
Yeah, nothing.
And it's not. It's the opposite.
Nothing. I'm going to send you the picture later. I'll put it in the comment how my fridge looks like inside.
Okay, sounds good. Your restaurant, Bungalow, is probably the most exciting restaurant in New York right now.
Yeah, that's right.
I've gone there. I've been lucky enough to go there a couple of times, and every time I go, it's just the food is. I'm not gonna say it gets better and better because it starts at so high, and the quality of the food is so great, and I think you're doing such a service to Indian cuisine that hasn't been done before.
Many people have done it.
Yeah, but to the level that you're doing it and the kind of, you have this combination of quality and hype that's going on right now that most people don't have. I feel like
it's very scary.
It's very scary. Everyone who knows that I know you, I never tell you, but when people find out that I know you, I can only imagine what the reservation line is like because my personal reservation line of people trying to get in through me is getting crazy.
I think it's a unique moment for Indian cuisine. I feel that finally it's found its freedom to express itself. And what we do at Bungalow is absolutely authentic. At the same time, it's in a modern setup. And the combination, what you're saying, between hype and quality is very scary as somebody who's been cooking for 41 years professionally. You have to live up to the expectations. Any small thing disappoints you more when you have waited for 1 year for reservation.
Yeah.
Some people log in every single day, I know. And all evening I keep hearing, for 6 months you're trying to get this place, and here we are. And you have to live up to that moment of excitement, of being so fresh all the time.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting you say that because there's a restaurant around the corner from where I live that's a great neighborhood restaurant. It's a good neighborhood bistro. And it had so much hype when it opened because there was all these celebrities that went there. And it took you 6 months to get a table there. And you sat there, and it was a neighborhood restaurant. And you were like, why did I wait 6 months for just a neighborhood joint? Like, this is the type of place I should be able to walk into. I don't feel that with your place. I think your place is the type of place that people wait 6 months, and they get there, and they say, that was worth it. I do.
With a lot of pressure.
I do.
I must tell you this. I took it on me, and we elevated the bar in many ways. But I also
feel... The bar is so cool.
Yeah, the bar is... And you had to do this, you know. Again, I'm mentioning my sister, and she would say that, you know, sometimes you do not realize that you're a chosen one. It's very easy to cook food. It's very hard to make people believe that you're part of them and their families. You think it's magical gift what you have. Don't use it just for business or creating a restaurant. Create a home.
Yeah.
That people, the moment they walk in, they feel complete, that this is my home. This is how my grandparents' home was. No judgments, no frills, something which is comforting. But when the meal starts, you feel that, oh my God, they're very... Because the space is also, you don't presume the space from outside. You don't feel it's going to be inside like that.
No, you go inside and then you go downstairs and there's like a lounge area, like a waiting area. And then there's this beautiful long bar. And then the dining room is like, you feel like you're in Narnia. It's like a magical underworld.
Yeah. It's pretty. The skylight is beautiful. That's where I fell in love with the space, was the skylight.
Yeah.
It took me home somewhere.
Yeah. Indian cuisine is so interesting because saying Indian cuisine is almost not fair because there's so many different types.
Sure.
It's like saying American food, like what's American food? But you're Northern Indian.
Yes.
Punjabi, Northern Indian food, typically, how would you say, is it the way that I see it, it's a little more meat heavy?
Mixed.
Yeah.
Mixed. India is still, massive percentage of India is vegetarian.
Yeah.
So every cuisine is going to have a counterpart for vegetarians.
Right.
Every cuisine. It evolved like that. North Indian food is generally the very somehow misinformed as Indian cuisine. That's what it's about. There's so much more to it. Punjab is just one region. It just happened that the first immigrants to the Western world were Punjabis. So they were doing all odd jobs. They saved the money. They knew the cuisine. They started the job. And it was more accepted in many ways. And that is why I feel that for Bungalow to find a way to represent the entire country, it's sometimes challenging because many dishes, some regions are acquired taste.
Yeah.
And this is the most stereotypically, the most mainstream cuisine of India.
Is the Northern Indian.
Northern Indian.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause Southern Indian, you have like the thalis, right? And
thalis in North also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of thalis in North. But in the South, what happens is that I feel that people have figured out that it's just dosas and idlis, the rice crepes.
Yeah.
But what I feel is what restaurants like Sema are doing, they are pushing the envelope. They are adding so much more to what the cuisine is for.
Yeah.
And I love that. I think it brings you closer to understanding what Indian cuisine is. Its true power is diversity.
Yeah. I think the fascinating thing about your restaurant is that it doesn't feel like it's very hard to take an ancient cuisine and modernize it.
Yeah. Sure.
And you and I had this talk at your restaurant where I'm still waiting for the Persian version of you.
Yeah.
You know, Persian food I still think needs to have a little bit of a renaissance. And it's very tough when things are so steeped in tradition, like thousands of years old tradition, to take it out of that. Like anytime I try to cook Persian food and I add a little something different, my mom yells at me. She kills me.
They're custodians.
Yeah.
They're the true custodians.
Yeah.
People do not realize how hard it is for ethnic cuisine to be on the platform like Bungalow.
Yeah.
My funda is innovation without alienation.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot alienate the cuisine where it belongs. It's home. So I sometimes feel, I get emotional about this, that Bungalow gets celebrated much more in India and it's so far away.
Wow.
And I see in colleges and homes, on televisions, everything you do gets celebrated on national stage.
Wow.
I just feel that because you figured out the basic balance between innovation and alienation,
Yeah.
you cannot take it so far that people don't recognize it. At the same time, it has to be new, but at the same time, so traditional. Those balances were hard.
Yeah.
And because I've been doing this for so long in New York, that I could figure out that, the first problem which we get when we modernize our cuisine so much, because it's Indians who feel that this is not even our cuisine.
Yeah.
You sold our own heritage.
Yeah.
So you have to make them believe all the time, this is exactly where we come from. We're just adding layers to it.
Yeah. I mean, that's another thing. It's like, I feel like in a lot of these restaurants that are taking an ethnic cuisine, let's call it, and modernizing it. You go in there and you won't see any of the people from that ethnicity at that restaurant.
It's happened to me in past.
Yeah.
And it broke my heart.
Really?
Not
Tell
mine,
me.
my sister's heart.
Yeah, tell me.
She's saying that you are looking for too much of validation, which is so empty. Your true validation will come from grandparents of our cuisine, who know exactly what this cuisine stands for. How for centuries it has been protected as a heritage, as inheritance. I never understood those things because I was obsessed that we need to have a French version of Indian food. But with age I figured out, no, there is no bottom to whitewashing cuisines and cultures. It's too bottomless, it's so almost soulless sometimes it feels like. You need to have the soul. You need to have, at Bungalow, at any given time, you're going to see 3 generations sitting on the same table.
Yeah.
Many kids are born here, and now their kids are being born here, second generation.
Yeah.
You need to find a balance where grandparents say, this is what I grew up on.
Yeah.
This tastes like my childhood. And the kids are saying, oh, this is really New York food.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very difficult.
It's impossible. I mean, that to me is what's the most interesting thing about your restaurant. It's the food, yes, it's extremely delicious, but it's less about that. It's more about the fact that you can somehow appeal to those different groups, and that when I walk in there, the majority of the people are brown. It's more brown than it is white.
Yeah.
And
you won.
What's that?
It's victory.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's victory of that kitchen, of that vision, of that restaurant, of that place.
Yeah.
And the true custodians of that cuisine are appreciating it more.
Yeah.
And now with the reservation systems, all the kids want to bring their parents. And that's a moment of pride for the family. So you see all these kids getting on Resi, crashing the web, like within 10 seconds, all gone. It's because of you with the food, you added the word pride.
Yeah.
Every single day you celebrate a festival, the effort, the research, the work which goes behind the scene. And I have to look like absolutely like a duck, so calm in front of everyone.
I don't get how you do it, man. I don't get how you do it.
I don't know myself.
It's crazy to me. It's funny. Like I used to come for the food. Now I come to see you because I'm like, how is this guy? You like dance through the dining room. You're nice to everyone. You are like making. I once heard this definition of charisma. Charisma is when you talk to someone and you make them feel like they're the only person in that room. And I was like, my God, this guy's got more charisma than anyone I've ever met.
And I'm an introvert. I'm a complete introvert. I'm happy just being behind the steel walls of the kitchen.
Yeah.
But then we would have not been able to lift the engagement of Indian restaurant like this. When you have like 100 million impressions on your social media every month.
Yeah.
Which is insane. For a restaurant, it's just a restaurant.
Totally.
But it took a lot of combinations to work here.
Yeah.
Kids have watched you on television back home in India. They've seen your journey. They know it. He takes one job and he'll give his heart and soul for it.
Yeah.
This is our guy. This is our representation. All those things work into account, Dan, I feel.
Absolutely.
This is not overnight combination. This is decades and decades of that quick transition which happened.
Mm-hmm. Well, how does it feel like being at the top now? Heavy weighs the crown, they say. And I feel like I can't imagine this act have going any better.
I love to be following a tradition and rituals. I do same thing every day. I eat the same food. I had the same schedule every single day. Even on Mondays, which is today, everything its restaurant is closed. My schedule remains the same. I have to come and clean. I have to figure out the maintenance. I have to do the kitchen. Research all happens on Mondays. We'll finish. Everything is minute by minute. I'm like a little puppy who needs exact discipline. I love that. And I think that discipline is what makes that crown feel lighter.
Yeah.
That you are here for a purpose. It's easy to wear the stars on your head, but as my grandmother said, that if you wear a crown all the time, you're going to break your back.
Yeah.
Once inside the doors, I am just there to serve everyone. No accolades, no recognition is more important than that. That giving that family that one moment. This could be their last meal together. This could be the greatest time they bonded together.
Yeah.
And I think this is a very simple New York phenomena that restaurants, you go there because some restaurant makes you feel that it touches you somewhere, that it doesn't judge you.
Yeah. Yeah. Vikas,
Yeah.
you're making me fall in love with it, man. Like, what's going on here? I'm a straight man, but you're testing me today.
I think restaurants have evolved in New York a different way post-pandemic.
Okay. Tell me.
Of course, I was on probation, so I couldn't open restaurants. So I had this timeline which I had to follow.
Tell us about that.
Can't.
Oh, you can't? Okay.
But bro has to go through a lot of battles before you can feel the beauty in scars. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
So I got time to think about this. That what happened in pandemic, the isolation, the conflict, which was all inside. And then you saw that when the things were lightened up, things opened up. Deep down, we all needed that connection.
Yeah.
We all needed our safe spaces.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's so much of post-pandemic influence in our emotions which has helped Bungalow to become what it is.
Yeah.
I feel
think
that
you're
that's
right.
all added up to it. We are looking for more comfort. We can't sit for 3 hours dining and somebody's telling us what every dish is, and the descriptions are longer than that one single bite.
Yeah.
I feel
hate that.
people want to be connected on that table. They want to feel that the space where they're sitting, it's for them.
Mm.
Everything was taken away from a lot of us. We are still in that age where we understand what was going on. There's so many kids who never understood what happened.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing that that effect of that is that you find a space like Bungalow where you feel that it honors you in a certain way.
I do agree that I think post-pandemic at comedy clubs, I would go to work and the places were like, they were laughing harder than they've ever laughed. Like there was a release, like an explosion of like when people being around each other. And so I totally can see that.
I call it the 500 yards in effect.
Tell me.
So 500 yards is from Shawshank Redemption, my favorite film. And he had to cross through that sewage to get his freedom. That pandemic for that long, we felt we are all stuck inside.
Yeah.
And then that release and that rain and that feeling of validation and that feeling of being seen and acknowledged. I'm seeing it from a receiving point of view. I don't say I'm on the giving end. I feel I'm on the receiving end.
Mm-hmm.
Where every single day, yesterday was Mother's Day. And we of course do 300 dinners we do every night.
It's crazy.
But we had more people who just came in to bring in their mothers to meet me. Imagine the emotional effect that must be having.
Oof.
For the parents and the kids, that was a moment that... So I had kept all the sweets at the reception, at the waiting area where you're talking about.
Yeah.
I got all these flowers. It's night jasmine.
Uh-huh.
We got all those flowers in strings to give it to all the moms. It was so highly emotional moment, and you feel that people have missed out on it and they value it more.
Amazing.
We value the community more suddenly.
Wow. That's the thing. It feels like more than a restaurant. It feels like a temple. Like it feels like something spiritual is going on in there.
Too much brokenness. I always say it's the most beautiful and incomplete restaurant in the world. I think so. It's the most beautiful restaurant in the world.
Yeah.
You feel somebody's soul is there.
Absolutely.
The moment you see even the flower rituals we do outside, people line up just to watch that every evening.
Really?
All I'm doing is putting flower petals in the water, and then I end it with my eyes closed, and I put 4 drops of river from Ganga, the sacred river of India. I put 4 drops on each side. So before you welcome, it's the mother who welcomes you. Like that's our civilization is. It's an epitome for us.
Yeah.
That kind of hospitality. And I see people just coming just to watch that. Who has time in New York to just go to a restaurant, stand outside, the chef is going to come with flowers. And all the people who are waiting always give them flowers. I said, please put it in the water. They think, any symmetry? I said, I'm old enough to know that symmetry happens by universe. We can arrange it the way I think every day that I'm going to arrange it a certain way. But something amazing is going to happen if I surrender to it. It will be not symmetrical, but it will find a more beautiful form,
Yeah.
which includes people in it.
Wow. I had this this thought of, I remember when I started doing stand-up comedy, I would always, and I like to dress nicely. I like to always dress up. But
You do.
every comedian would always come out wearing like a
Jeans,
T-shirt
yeah.
and hoodies, and so I started to dress like that also on stage. And I would dress like that, and then after I'd either go to dinner or meet friends, and I'd go home first and I would change, and then I'd go and meet them. And then there was a moment where I was like, I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. I'm just going to wear the clothes that I wear in the real world out on stage, and I'm going to talk about things that I want to talk about that might seem a little more pretentious or whatever, but I'm not going to try to be someone that I'm not, because that's kind of the trend. And that's when my career took off.
But that became your signature style too.
Yeah. So I'm curious. I'm assuming it's similar for you, of like that moment when you're like, okay, I need to start being true to myself. You have your training, you have all that stuff, but at some point when you're like, that whole thing of like, it's not about being liked, it's about being authentic. What was that moment that clicked for you? Because that's a hard thing to do.
So I came to America in 2000, and my grandmom was my lifeline. So when I had to tell her the news that I got my visa, I'm moving to US. And I was a very successful businessman there, caterings. Since childhood, I've been doing the same stuff. So I told her, I said, I'm moving to America. And she said, we have food here. Why? I felt that she had this question that she has a limited life. So I said, you remember there used to be a wall in my library in the college where there were only Caucasian chefs who got the Michelin star? I'm going to win that award for you. I just made it up. When I moved to US, it seemed like an impossible thing in 2000 beginning for an Indian chef to be even invited for all these accolades. Things changed in London. We saw chefs like Vineet Bhatia, Atul Kochhar. They were starting getting the recognition.
Like Gymkhana and those places.
That's new.
Oh, that's new? Okay, got it.
But 2000s and I saw that things are moving. There's a possibility here. But in America, it's impossible in the beginning of 2000.
It seemed crazy.
It seemed
like I'm going back there in my mind, and I was a
East
big
Village.
restaurant nerd then.
A restaurant, everything called just the East Village.
Yeah.
6 street restaurants, and then there were Ragas, and there were Jewel of Indias, and things came up.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that either high-end tablecloth and that kind of colonial service, and then it's either total steam tables.
Colonial service. I love it.
Somehow it made me feel very stuffy.
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
That you have to wear that. And it looks so pretentious somehow.
Yeah.
I felt that era we have to move on.
Yeah.
And I was seeing American restaurants in denim jackets, and that's what you see at Bungalow also. So I'm like, when will this transition happen? And it took years and years. I opened so many restaurants, failed, recreated. And then I met Chef Gordon Ramsay, and I was shooting with him, and he said he had a restaurant called Ramsay at the London Hotel in Midtown.
Of course.
In the night we are cooking, and he says, I've had food in London, but there's nothing as close to the way you cook. You know what? I feel that keep your faith high, you're going to get the Michelin star. I almost came to the point of obsession for me. And in 2011, I got the first Michelin. And to have, for a brown person serving ethnic food, for 8 years consecutively got the Michelin star. And of course, things have to move on. We have to reinvent everything.
Yes.
At that moment, I felt that you need to remove the masks. You need to free the cuisine. God has given you this opportunity and the power right now that I still can stand up. I'm 54. At this age, it hits you hard to be working in a restaurant for 16 hours a day. It set me free. The moment I walked into Bungalow and I met the team I was going to work with, somehow I was non-pretentious. I'd remove all the masks about I felt that it was not about, it was time that the cuisine was given back to the people it belonged to. That transition was heavy for me.
Wow.
I'm like, people are going to understand? Maybe not. So many white critics and inspectors going to understand this cuisine, that what it takes to get 3 generations on table and elderly Indians would they value this? And I'm like, you've got to serve something with your heart.
Yeah.
It will find its way to people.
Mm.
So the transitions have happened with me on my life, the metamorphosis of this cuisine, what I cooked. But eventually it found its home when it is the truest and most honest and most authentic. I felt it found its place in the country. And I was somehow beating around the bush for so many decades.
Mm.
When it was most real, it found a home.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
Most unpretentious. This is the most unpretentious version of Indian food I've ever done.
Yeah. Wow. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Now, my friend Barry and her wife went to your restaurant with Jeff Bezos and his wife.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Can you text the chef and let him know that we're coming?" I'm like, "I think you'll be fine." But the amount of celebrities that come through your restaurant must be crazy. I don't know that you ever get starstruck or not, but has anyone made you starstruck?
I'm only starstruck by 3 people in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I've cooked and hosted 4 American presidents. Amazing. But I'm only starstruck by 3 people. My mom, Sanjeev Kapoor, who's the greatest Indian chef, and Shah Rukh Khan. Nobody shakes my knees. Nobody. I'm like, okay, we are serving dinner. Let's be organized. We got to do the best we can. But for these people, it's not the best I can. It is how much can I offer to them.
Yeah.
Validation of these 3 people are not necessary for me. It's my soul's calling.
Mm-hmm.
That till the time Shah Rukh Khan had not come to Bungalow, I always felt the restaurant was very incomplete.
Really?
He has been a part of our lives for any Indian. Like he is the culture. He's not a part of the culture. He is the culture. Like the movie star we watched as we growing up, falling in love, falling apart, seeing his journey from nowhere to be the king of the country.
He's like the biggest star of like Indian film, right?
It's Tom Cruise multiplied by infinity for me.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I went to. I was shooting in Oman, and my cab driver, I did not know he spoke so well in Hindi. So I asked him, I said, "Did you understand what I was saying?" He's saying, "Yeah, मैं Hindi बोलता हूँ. I speak Hindi." I'm like, "How do you know?" He's saying, "Because I fell in love with Shah Rukh Khan, so I had to learn a whole language because I can communicate with him."
No way.
I said, "Have you met him?" He's saying, "Never." He's saying, "It's not just me, it's millions of people who fall in love with Bollywood just because they fall in love with him."
So what was it like when he came?
I was scared. I said, because I can collapse. I'm such a fanboy. But no one else has impacted my life, my moral thinking, the way he did. He became the compass for me about being calm during the storms and to be quiet and using that energy to fuel the rocket when you have to shoot up. You don't want to disperse your fire on the ground. You need to save that energy and shoot up in the sky. So I've met him so many times, and every time he taught me how to make people feel that they are the center of the world when you're talking to them.
Really?
I was sitting in his vanity, and all the people coming and telling him exactly the same story. I was a child. You saved me. You are everything to me. And he's like, "Oh, really?" And the next person says the same thing. And I saw him responding. I said, "Oh my God," I said the same thing to him. He responded. He wants you to make you feel. He trained me that you need to honor the people. And when they're leaving, just say, "Give my regards to your family." And I said it first time. It was like so amazing when I saw people. "What did you say?" I said, "Give my regards to your mom." Because in India, most of the moms know me. I'm like, "Give my regards to you." I'm like, kids are like, "Oh, mom, he just sent his regards." I learned it from Shah Rukh Khan. Amazing. I saw the way he treats everyone, and I saw how empathetic he was when he spoke to or listened to anyone.
Wow.
All this training is coming from him.
So did you become friends?
He's my mentor, my friend, my
Amazing.
Elder brother, my soulmate. And I've learned more from him than I ever learned from any colleges, just hearing him in his interviews.
Wow. That's cool. There was someone who was at the Met Gala recently. I think you reposted him.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh, that was him. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I know. Exactly
Whom am I going to pose? Whom I am going to talk about? My DP on his phone. My phone is his pose.
Man, I'm a big watch nerd, and he had a watch on. Man, he was wearing a.
So this is my DP. That's my little goddaughter.
Oh my God, I love it.
Maisha works with us at the restaurant.
Yes.
And that's Shah Rukh Khan pose.
Amazing.
And she said it. Oh, are we going to get Shah Rukh Khan in this restaurant or not? I'm like, he's a busy man. What do you mean? And maybe after 16 hours, I got a call from his manager that he's in New York and we are coming to the restaurant.
During the Met Gala?
No, before that.
Before that. Yeah, he was wearing a $2.5 million watch.
Really? I was just looking at his eyes.
Oh, man.
For most of the people, it's very difficult for us to translate his power or stardom to anyone lived in the West.
Yeah.
There's nobody in the West who's ever had influence like this.
No, huh?
Nobody.
Wow.
I don't see even you guys patronizing anyone single-handedly. That's it for us.
Wow.
You have legends here, but not combine all of them, and that's him for us.
India had a moment at the Met Gala. They came to play, man. They were represented.
They were all dressed up.
That is amazing. So I'm going to get to some of the questions that I ask every guest, starting with, what is your earliest food memory?
Cooking at the Golden Temple. That's a Sikh shrine in Amritsar, and they have a massive community kitchen. They serve around 100,000 people for free every single day. My grandmom taught me the true power of food. She said that, look at this. The billionaires and the somebody this could be his only meal of the day, are sitting together and being served. This is a topic of dignity more than cooking. Food should signify that. That when you're serving them, you are the humble one. You bow down and you serve them because they sit on the floor. But the one who receives it also joins two hands to accept it. So there'll be times in your life when you'll be receiving, and there'll be times when you'll be giving. You've got to remember to be humble on both the sides. And I'm still thinking that, how did she tell? My brother doesn't remember anything. My sister wouldn't remember anything. How did she tell me and talk to me about that? What the true power of food is?
That's crazy. I feel like there's a soulfulness. I don't know if it's an Indian thing or what.
It was her.
It was her.
It's a part of the DNA of the country, but it was her understanding that she saw something different in me, and she would always be narrating me mythology and history that this is who we are.
The next question is, what's your death row meal? I can't imagine you being on death row for anything. So
Veselka.
Veselka?
Yeah.
Really? Veselka.
If they're going to do takeout for me, I'll do it, or I'll ask permission to come and eat at Veselka. It's 24 hours. So I can come.
Yeah. Veselka is a
institution.
It's a Ukrainian dumpling shop.
Pierogies,
yeah, in the East Village.
Yeah, Blintz's Pierogies. One of my favorite places in New York City.
Yeah. It's still there?
Of course.
I don't know, man. That's
right here across the street.
It's been there forever.
Yeah, it's 2nd Avenue and St. Mark's.
I've been there drunk many times.
Yeah.
Do you drink?
No, don't touch.
What is your what's your best upscale meal that you've ever had? Fine dining.
Fine dining, I have to say, Chef Eric Ripert.
Le Bernardin.
I never felt that food could be elevated like this. And this is the ingredients. The moment you are having it, you feel, wow, this is the quality of ingredients.
Yeah.
How do they manage to do this? And for decades. Now it's wild.
Yeah, non-stop 3-star Michelins all the time. It's
but
crazy.
if they could give him 10, they'll give it to him.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
What has he eaten at Bungalow?
Oh, he is the one. We waited to open the restaurant till he came.
Really?
So he and Chef Daniel Boulud, and we had also 7-8 Michelin star chefs who came a day before opening of the restaurant. I wanted him to be the first person to taste the food.
Oh my God. What? You like to ramp up the pressure on yourself, huh?
It's him. He has been one of the biggest constant supporter.
Oh, that's great.
Even there was a Michelin article which came out yesterday, and first message from Eric Ripert. Thank you for mentioning me. Chef, we are God. What do you mean by thank you for mentioning me? We are breathing in the same time space as you. This is an honor. I don't know anyone I've met in my life who's, as a chef, who moved me like this.
Yeah. Wow. He has
Presence.
one of those
aura.
presences. I was just gonna say. I mean, he's Buddhist, right?
He's Buddhist.
Yeah, and he's got that. He really feels like
Something else happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you have nothing else to prove, what else do you want to prove? 4 stars on the Times, 3 Michelin stars.
Crazy.
Every list you're number one. Like, and when you post something, I'm like, you're beyond all those lists.
Yeah.
Chef.
Yeah.
You are everything.
Oh, that's so great. Best low-end meal you've ever had. So this can be like a street hot dog or a taco or...
You know Washington Square Park, there's a person who sells dosas.
Is there?
Oh my God, it was so amazing. I don't know, many years ago I went there. I used to go to Mamoon's with my sister. She used to love it. Near Washington Park.
Oh, yeah, I went there a lot.
I loved it.
Yeah. What was your order at Mamoon's?
Just falafel.
Yeah.
And they have this
That hot sauce they had is insane. It's like lava.
Pickling sauce, and it's so amazing. And it's staying consistent for so many decades.
Yeah.
Now centuries, like, almost like, right? They're the first falafel shop in America, I think.
Yeah, yeah. There's one here and there's one in New Haven now. They opened one in New Haven.
They have a location right across the street from here in East Village too, Mamoon's.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They have an East Village one too.
8th Street, I think.
Classic, yeah. I was always a shawarma guy.
Shawarma.
But that hot sauce, I always
love
put
it.
on too much.
I love it, actually.
It's so good, but it's hot. It gets the spice across. What is one food that you can't... what is your desert island food? So you're trapped on a desert island. There's one food you're going to eat for the rest of your life. You're never going to get tired of it. What is it?
I do it even now, khichdi. That's an Indian version of risotto. So it's like a lot of different lentils, rice, vegetables. That's what I eat every single day.
Okay, got it. And it's with water or stock?
It's with water, and it's so amazing because it has your proteins, it has your vegetables, it has your rice. So it's a very forgiving dish to make.
Yeah.
It's very forgiving.
Yeah.
Doesn't judge you. You can make it any way you want.
Yeah.
It's just pure comfort.
Yeah. Is there a food that you can't stand eating?
Can't talk in public.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't? Oh my God.
See, what I might not enjoy, it's an acquired taste of thousands and thousands of kids who are growing up on that.
Yeah. Oh, so you just don't want to offend?
Yeah, I don't. I feel like every cuisine, there are a lot of people, because I hear it all the time,
Yeah.
that Indian food, I would never do it. I'll never try. So I know how it hurts me. It feels like I'm not accepted. So I don't want to do that to others, what I've
You're
felt.
the nicest guy in the world, man. This is too much.
It's
too
true.
much.
Don't you feel that?
No.
That sometimes we lose empathy when we're criticizing people, that when we hear the same thing about us or our culture, we feel the same pain.
I know, but we also, it doesn't have to be a cultural thing. It can be like, I'll tell you for me, a food I can't stand eating, I can't stand like an artificial sweetener. Like if I have like a Diet Coke, that taste of aspartame, it makes me go crazy.
Oh my God, that's right. And even, now look at me, and now I'm opening up.
Here we go.
But not. I was about to name a dish.
No.
I feel that artificial sweeteners, when somebody wants a dessert, they want it. I've put sugar-free desserts in the restaurant. Nobody wants it.
Yeah, no.
Nobody wants it.
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
What is your favorite dessert?
Wow. So during Diwali, which is the big Indian festival of lights, my grandmom used to make this. We call it prasad, but it's just all what you call whole wheat flour,
Yeah.
cooked in ghee,
Okay.
and then added sugar and water to it. It's like a thick porridge and turns to fudge when it like cools down.
Yeah.
So it's like ratios are so easy: 1, 1, 1, 2.5 water, and it's whole wheat flour, all but like clarified butter, 1 cup sugar, and then 2.5 cups of water. The way she used to roast that flour,
Oh my God.
it could be semolina sometimes, and that smell, the whole house would be like there's a big festival going on.
Oh.
I never forget that smell. Even sometimes when I'm cooking for roux, when I'm cooking the flour in butter,
Yeah.
the same smell. It's so comforting for me.
I love it. Man, I've been having a love affair lately with Indian sweets. They're so good. They're so dense.
Too dense.
They're so dense. It's like,
We serve it every night.
oh my God, they're
Every night.
so good. It's like just, there's one made with like a milk powder that just like,
Barfi,
yes.
the fudge,
Yo, it kills me.
kills you.
Milk fudge, come on, let's go.
Let's go.
It's so good. What's your favorite of those sweets?
We do something called modaks, which is like, it's a dumpling. It's a sweet dumpling with raw sugar and coconut. It's stuffing, and it's rice based, and I feel it's one of the best desserts, the best
good.
sweets.
So good.
Oh, so hard to make sometimes.
I just also love the use of saffron
Yeah.
in the sweets. So good.
If you've ever visit Kashmir, you will realize that how saffron grows in such a small pocket.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm Iranian, so we have a lot of saffron there too.
One of the best in the world.
Yeah, yeah. Last question. I hope you're going to answer it because you might be too nice to answer it, but hopefully you'll answer it. What are your restaurant pet peeves? So like, what are things that happen at restaurants that bother you?
I don't like to hear a complaint 2 times.
Interesting.
So if we see a complaint happening, like what I was doing right now, there's a table which was wobbly. We tried to fix it, and we couldn't because it was very heavy load on weekend. I got the same complaint yesterday. This table shakes, and we're trying to fix it, but there's maybe something on the top of the tabletop. The first thing I have to do is Monday, you got to change all the tabletops. It bothers me so much when you saw a mistake and you put a blind side to this. It just kills me because I know this is my devotion. This is my religion.
Yeah.
I have to take care of it if I see something broken.
Yeah.
I don't keep quiet on those things. I need to fix that problem.
And then what about when you're a guest at a restaurant? Are there any things that happen that bother you?
I think, which happens in my restaurant also. Why would I blame people? It's like when people keep asking you 6-7 times that, not 6-7, few times that, what kind of water would you like? Okay, you just ask me. But then somebody else comes, and you have to be nice.
Yes.
You'll say, can I get regular water or sparkling water, whatever. And then somebody else comes and, what kind of water would you like?
Right.
It happens in New York a lot because there's so much of movement of the wait staff.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, got it. So the repeat question, a lot of repeat stuff is what bothers you. It seems you like things. That's why you're like a elite chef, because you're like, once there's a glitch, I want it to be fixed, and that's it.
I just feel that when you continue this issue, and if we don't address it all the time, I feel that in a restaurant, it changes. It gives permission to people to behave like that.
Yeah.
They feel no one is watching. We need to continue doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And I feel that no. If I tell them it took you 1 month to get this job, it took me 41 years to get here.
Right.
I have everything at stake.
Yeah.
But you're representing me, so please understand what is at stake. Not just water, but anything in service glitches, which happen every single night.
Yes.
But I'm glad that they see that I'm like an eagle in the restaurant. I have to see everything what's going on.
I mean, the service is so great at your restaurant. You're saying, you're watching like an eagle, and then you're also dealing with like, you're a celebrity in this restaurant. Like, people go crazy when they see you, and you're nice to them at the same time. I'm like, I still don't get how you're doing all those things at the same time. It's wild. At least when I'm on stage, I do my thing, and then I get off, and then I take pictures and stuff. You're doing it all at the same time.
It has to be integrated within the workforce.
Yeah.
It has to be, because we open at 5 o'clock, we close down at 10:30. It's a 5.5 hour, 6 hours theater.
It is.
You know more than anyone else that theater depends on the preparation.
Yeah.
Even people feel that that you are an amazing stand-up comedian, but you've actually practiced a lot to make it feel so seamless.
Exactly. Yeah. Wow.
I think that is the act which is so common between being a stand-up comedian and being a chef in a restaurant. It is how you've organized your time and space, that the moment you start performing, it looks like it's just flowing on its own.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay, what do we have in the bag?
Oh, we're starting tomorrow new Amis Bush.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you have to try this first. I made a wafer out of sesame seeds.
Oh, wow.
Just getting excited that a single layer of sesame seeds. You can see it.
Holy cow. Look at that. Yeah, it looks like glass.
It's regular sugar. No artificial sweetener.
Wow. That is beautiful.
You can eat it. And this is something which starts in our restaurant tomorrow.
Oh my God. Wait, can I tell you why this is so delicious? We have there's a Persian sweet like this. That's like,
Small bites.
yeah, and it's thicker, right? And it always gets way too thick.
And it
It
gets
gets stuck in your teeth. You've beat it. You figured out a way to beat the system.
Not really.
Oh,
It's extremely difficult and fragile.
this is amazing.
And this is something which is going to begin at the restaurant for Amish Bush from tomorrow.
Okay.
It's an avocado chaat.
Avocado shot.
Yeah.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Wow,
You begin tomorrow.
that is killer. What's the wafer made out of?
All-purpose flour.
Oh my God. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm not surprised at all. You are a genius, and I'm so happy to have met you, and I'm so happy to call you a friend.
It's my pleasure.
But
Likewise.
thank you, and thanks for being on Green Eggs and Dan. Tell the people where they can find you on social media and whatnot.
On Instagram, we are at Bungalow NY, and on I don't know what's on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't remember anymore.
It's okay. He only has like 2 million followers, and he amazing. Thank you, Vikas. And if you're in New York, beg, borrow, steal. Do what you have to do to go to Bungalow. Good luck, and if you get there, you'll understand exactly how magical that place is. Thank you, Vikas.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.